Hello, welcome to another Roadie video. So in this one you're going to see me take him to the dog park, which is what we're about to do now. We're leashed up and go out into my car and go for a drive. I haven't filmed the drive, so there's no point doing that. So we've got about a minute or so of footage here where I get him ready to leave the house. We wait till he's nice and calm with both the door and the fly screen door open, and he's just stood in the doorway waiting to go. Unfortunately my camera skills as usual are rubbish, and so you get a nice view of some of the house ornaments while I'm stood there with the door open waiting for Roadie to show me he's capable and calm, and then we move forward. No, I don't untangle my leash here. That was a massive and critical error of judgment. We get to the dog park, that causes me about 5 minutes of bother untying the most ridiculously complex knot I've ever seen in my life. Right, so both doors are open at this point. Roadie's just stood there and eventually we'll go out. So I will, I'm probably not going to bother going back to original audio until we actually reach the dog park, which will be in about 30 seconds time. So yeah, that was wonderful. That was a wonderful little doorway. Just pause, do nothing. Both doors are open. He had a loose leash. He could have gone flying out down the road if he chose, or 10 meters of the leash, though it was knotted. I didn't know it at this point. He'd probably only got 2 or 3 meters ahead of me before it tightened. But yeah, wonderful. That was a really, really good example of him leaving the house. Totally happy with that. And he's super enthusiastic to be going. He's straight up in the car as soon as I opened the door. Wasn't that long ago. Then he completely and utterly refused to get in a car when it was just me with him. He was far too timid and scared. Anyway, that's that. We're going to arrive at the dog park in a few seconds. So I will stop talking and we'll go to original audio then, and I will talk over some of the more interesting bits that occur while we're at the dog park. Okay, I'm back, Roadie. So we're outside the dog park. This is just going to be a session to watch him and see what he does. Right, same doorway thing. I'm not just going to let him fly out. I'm just going to do this nice and slow. Just there. Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, my keys, and I am going to have to untangle my leash at some point. Not the right key. So he's going to pull. There's just been a couple of dogs gone past. But yeah, this is basically watch what happens session, really. That's what I'm interested in. I just want to watch, and we've come here to do nothing. Literally, we're going to go outside that dog park and we're going to do the calm thing. I'm just going to make him calm down. Oh, you want to go that way? Okay. And we're going to do that by leadership, not by command. Oh, this is a mess. I'll untie my leash at some point. This is a mess. He's not got the long leash. Oh, there we go. It's untying slowly. Now, there is a reasonable chance we encounter off-leash dogs at this park. Okay, he's pulling like a train, so I'm just going to stop there a sec, as I'm not finished untangling the damn leash yet. Oh, that's a proper knot. Oh, that's going to take me some time. Where is that? Alright, we want to go this side, Roadie. I'm not going to tell him that. I'm just going to go. How the hell did I tie that knot in this leash? Anyway, I did somehow. So you can see he's getting excited. That's okay. He's going to. This is intense for him. I want to get around the other side, really. I have tied the most sophisticated knot I have ever seen in the leash. I'm just going to hold him there a minute while I figure this out. I should have done this before I clipped him in. Alright. But this is not a bad thing. He is now being forced to wait, forced to calm down. I'm not talking to him. I'm just doing what I'm doing here with the leash. And he can stay there until I've finished untangling the leash. That's all there is to it, really. And he's going to go off and pull now. It's not so much because he can't get very far. I'm not going through that really. So yeah, same deal still. I'm not happy with his lack of calm, so I'm not going anywhere. I really mean this. This is the most sophisticated knot I've ever seen with my leash. I don't know what I've done to make this so bad. Your forward motion, Roadie, is not really helping. Alright, there's one. How am I going to get that through there? Okay, it went. Good. And now you've just walked back under it, undoing everything I've just done. Stop walking around. Oh dear. Right. Roadie just came back between my legs and added an extra loop into my knot issue, which is why I was chuckling about that then. Yeah, it's what it is. Kind of funny, whatever. Stupid knot. Badly. I really don't. Right, so I got this one out and I've got one more strand to do. Goodness sake. But anyway, it's good for him. He's just having to stand here and be. Sweetly sharp. Sweetly sharp, please. Okay, let's go. Come on, let's go. That's right. Right, so he's going to be super excited. That's fine. I'm not going to let him get right up to the fence. I'm not interested in that until he can show me he can calm down a bit. Oh, he's pooping. Brilliant. I'll collect that. Oh, every time, Roadie. Even Zara gave me one today as well. And I mean, walk Zara at a normal time. Ridiculous. Right, if he runs off, I'm going to get a jump here. So I'm just going to put my foot on the leash. Yeah, he's watching calmly. That's fine. Collect his poo while he watches. Yeah, there's a wine. Oh, I missed some. Okay. If people speak to me in the park, I will speak to them and I will be brutally honest about where Roadie's at, because it's the truth. Ah, it's poo. Did that get on my leash? I think we might have got lucky. I got wipes in the car anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it did. So, I just want him to get to calm. That's all I want. So we're just going to observe. The longer we're observing and not doing a lot, the better. But he's going to want to smell the bush. That's fine, lots of dogs come past. How is this knotty again? What have I done here? Okay. Right, there we go, we've got a bit of leash. He's interested in the movement. Okay, so that's a little bit close. He's just going to hyper-focus on the movement, which is fine, by the way. I'm not interested in attacking or trying to get rid of hyper-focus. Don't care. Want him to do that. Yeah, see, he's engaged with this other dog. He's just looking at each other. Whatever. Remember I said I wasn't going to let him get to the fence? You're about to see why letting him get to the fence isn't a great idea. But there we go. Yeah, not a great look about to happen, but this is all part of it. What happens, happens. The dog's looking over. It's thinking about coming over. I'm just going to look. Oh, lovely. Lovely. So I'm going to squat down. I just want Roadie to see that I'm relaxed. I have made a mental note to stop kneeling down without first checking where my camera's pointing. Do apologise that you miss some really useful footage here because I'm a clown and don't know what I'm doing with a camera. Here they come. So he's biting the fence. That's not really ideal. Okay, so we're going to pull him away. Roadie, let's not chew the fence. In all honesty, calling his name and telling him we're not chewing the fence is a complete waste of breath on my part. It means nothing. It's pointless. But on the flip side of the coin, it would be an utterly silly thing for me to do to start to get frustrated and angry and let that show, because that would just add emotion into the situation. All this is emotional overload, Roadie trying to process what's happening mentally. It's messy, but getting frustrated, getting angry, trying to command him around or do things, or using the leash to whip him about would just be the wrong thing to do. Yes, I need to control distance to that fence. I don't want him chewing the fence. He's not doing himself any favours. He's not going to chew through the fence, but he's potentially going to hurt himself. And it's a really bad look for other people kicking around in the park. Not that I care that much about that, but I want him to process the emotions without having to resorting to chewing things. That's really the key message. As you see here, he's picking the leash up to chew the leash. He gives it the chain bit, gives it a good chomp. It is emotional overload, pure and simple. He's not whining at this point or anything, and there's no other noises going on from him. He is just having an emotional overload. He's frustrated, he wants to go in the park, he wants to run around, he wants to even actually play with these dogs. He is not showing any signs of nastiness at all. Unfortunate, he's just not calm, but we have to get him calm before we can move forward, and this is the process. He's got to work through these emotions. Me getting angry, me getting frustrated are not going to help that. But I shouldn't let him chew the fence because he might hurt himself, and so I will keep him away from that. That's on me to manage. That's the difficult bit. So, is what it is. That is part of the process. This is literally how you get a dog to show you calm. You just stay calm yourself, and you make them process the emotions they're going through. You can see he's calming down already. He gets there. He honestly gets there. So I'll shut up. We'll go back to original audio. But he's not in the right frame of mind. He's not calm. So even his hackles aren't up. He's just excited. He's enjoying this. So we're getting there somewhere. And this might be the whole hour, by the way. I might move around to different sides. I'm going to have to keep an eye on what's coming around from behind me or in front of me. But I just, like he's doing, he's breaking his focus. That's good. That's good. I'm not going to let him get to that fence again. He's a vandal. Again, part of this, key to this, is for me just to stay calm and show him that that's what I am. I am sat down on wet ground, which isn't particularly fun. Yeah, he's disengaged from the other dogs. Do you know what? We'll take that. If he wants to disengage and go smell and do things, we'll do it. I'm absolutely happy with that. Now I can't see what's coming around the corner. It's okay. I don't know if I said anything on the video. We're going at a completely different time of day today than usual. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, I think. I don't usually get to Roadie's about 4-ish. Sometimes a bit earlier than that. But we are earlier. It is a working day. Come here deliberately when I expected it to be a little bit quiet. Now, this is an off-leash in areas, not this area. There are off-leash areas of this dog park. Obviously the fenced in places, but for the most part I'm going to stick to the on-leash areas. But you can go back and have a look through the fence, that's fine. Again, I'm not going to let him get to that fence. He's not just taking his frustration out on the fence. But note this, there is frustration, and that's all it was. He's not looking bad in terms of the emotions towards the other dogs, other than he wants to be there and he wants to go, he wants to play. I'm not seeing any meanness in him, just excitement. Now, excitement can turn nasty pretty quick if you go and do what pit bull dogs do and they just run their headbutt another dog. He's not really trying to hurt them, he's just being bully. What they do. We've got to rein that in. He's got to be able to introduce himself in a public setting in a calm manner. Until he can do that, he doesn't get what he wants. It's going to take time. It's going to take practice at this. It's going to take seeing, smelling, hearing, being around other dogs, and you can't necessarily interact with them just to get into the frame of mind where that should be possible. So I'm just going to slow him down here, keep him a bit calmer. Good. Nice. He's doing all right. Okay, it's a bit of a hard pull. Okay, so I'm going to keep him just away from that fence a little bit. Now, if there's no dog there, let's see what he does. There's no dogs near us, they've all gone. Leash is loose, so I'm going to see what he does to the fence when they're not here. So he's whining, and you probably can't hear that. He is whining. He's stopped now. Okay, so he's moving forward, nice check-in. Okay, so if the dog does come, I am going to withdraw him from the fence using the leash. Don't like to do that, but I don't want him chewing that fence. I want him to face that emotional load internally as much as I can make him. Now, if he grabs his leash, I can't stop that. I've got the chain on, so hopefully that's enough. Dangling down. There's a dog over there. That one's off leash. I don't think that is the off-leash part. The path on the other side of the dog park. Oh, you've gone around the tree, Roadie. Okay. Guess I'm going around the tree too. Alright, which way do you want to go? There's no dogs coming around to say hello. They're all doing their own thing. Okay. You might hear that whining. This is excitement. This is excitement. He wants to go. He wants to go play, probably. So I'm just going to... I don't know what is we're pointing at. We might not even have him in shot then. Sorry. The phone is pointing a bit up. And I'm going to continue to not talk to him. I'm not giving him direction. Just talking so the camera can pick me up. You're in a bush. Okay, the GSD is coming this way. There's a golden over there. So there is a German Shepherd dog coming from directly behind where I'm facing now. It's walking around the outside of the dog park with its two owners. It is heading straight for us. It's an old one. It's not moving very quick. It does get here. You will see Roadie close to an off-leash German Shepherd dog. So yeah, pay attention. This gets interesting. So the staffies also come over to say hello. So we'll see those first, and then we'll have the German Shepherd come along. Sorry, he's not in shot. This might be a particularly bad video if Roadie's not in any of my camera shots. I'm not paying attention to him particularly. I'm looking around at the environment and everything else. Okay, the GSD is walking straight for us and it's off leash. He looks good. He looks good. Okay, I'm just going to stop him. Yeah.
He's beautiful.
He is.
Oh, she?
It's a he. It's a he.
That's a he?
Yeah.
Oh, these are two girls. He's beautiful.
So he's not my dog.
No?
No, I'm the trainer. So he's not visited such places before. This is only his second time in his life here, and his previous time was with me as well. That was a year or so ago. So I'm just getting a gauge of him and watching what's going on. As you saw, he was pulling at the fence with his teeth. He's just excited and wants to get in and play and do stuff. So he's not...
So do you train all the time, or...?
It's my side gig. So you might notice I've let Roadie get to the fence. But actually, he does absolutely fine. He's great. He's getting along with his staff. He's fine. So I do it part-time. I have a full-time job as well. Yeah. Can I sort your leash out before you go running and play? Roadie, we're not going to chew the fence. So that was a very quick half-second fence chew, and he let go. So, yep, is what it is.
This one here. She's got anxiety bad.
Okay. This one?
Yeah.
She's got destructive anxiety.
Yeah, okay. Can I sort your leash out, boy?
She's fine at home when we're at home, but as soon
Yeah.
as she's not at home.
Right.
Yeah. She just likes tearing things up.
Yeah, we're going to just shift out of the way a sec.
Yeah. Because I don't think the shepherd would win.
So I'm shifting Roadie out the way. Yes, I'm using the leash to get him out the way. The GSD is just about upon us, so I needed to move to a decent distance. So yeah, here we go. Enjoy. I just want to get a gauge of him. This would be really good, but I just want to watch. I want to see what he's doing with his excitement level, because that's his problem. Is just he's so excited, he just charges at other dogs and headbutts them. He doesn't mean to harm them, but they obviously take that the wrong way. He's never met dogs. Yeah, exactly. He's met my two. He's fine with my two, but they're big. They're Tibetan Mastiffs. You can just see he just charges at them. He's excited. He doesn't want to hurt anybody, but when he headbutts another dog, they turn around and go, "Oi, bugger off." No, exactly. And once he can show he's calm, he can go meet other dogs. Until that time when he's pulling like this and trying to just drag me all over the shop. No. Once he can just exist, he can say hello to other dogs. He's 3. Yeah. Alrighty, let me just wax lyrical about then. Did you see about a metre away from Roadie, in front of him, was an off-leash German Shepherd dog, and Roadie did not absolutely lose his mind. Yes, he pulled, yes, he tried to get there, he pulled pretty damn hard, and I'm not going to let him, because he's not in the right frame of mind to do it. He will just cause trouble. He's too excited, too amped up, but he let the person come over and say hello to him and pet him on the head as well. That is amazing. Such a good moment. So that is a huge, huge indication of the actual mood Roadie is in, and I stand by my diagnosis. He is excited, he is happy, he is amped up, he has not got any nastiness towards the other dogs. Doesn't mean he's in the right frame of mind to meet them. He's not. He is just too excited. He just is. But what a moment. What a moment. He has just shown me that he is moving forward at a fantastic rate of knots, and it gets better from here. Great. Absolutely great moment. So happy to watch him deal with an off-leash dog right in front of him and to say hello to its owner. Yes, he's excited, but he did so well. That's great. And we'll go back to original audio.
The dog wasn't getting along with the family or
Yeah,
the
okay.
dog or whatever.
Yeah,
She was
okay.
told she had to get rid of it.
Yeah, okay.
But her boyfriend was a lying American arsehole anyway.
Okay.
They're not together anymore
Okay.
because he lied his ass off, said he paid $5,000 for her,
Yeah.
and she's not even a pedigree. She's a pedigree.
Yeah. Can you see that on the screen? Roadie's in a play bow. First time ever I have seen him do a play bow. Absolutely brilliant. Another fantastic moment. Absolutely great. He went into a play bow with these staffies. That's top notch. Yeah, they went running off to try and play and bit the leash. He's again, excitement. He's excited. He wants to go. He wants to play. He's enjoying himself now, and that's a joy to see. Honestly, it's a joy to see. Yeah, he was whining. He's excited. I don't care. That's fine. Let him have this. Absolutely let him have this, because the only way he gets calm in this situation is by going through this. But another absolutely great moment. He just did a play bow to another dog. All right, it's through the fence. Oh, little Staffy going crazy here. All right, back to original audio, but I'm so chuffed at that.
Anyone would think you've never seen people in your lifetime.
Oh, look at her.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No, he's going. Mine got my favourite dog. No. Oh my
It's
God.
good that she's not pulling at the fence like she was over the other side.
It's with him. It's just I think a case of getting him used to the areas. He's not got anything specifically wrong. He's not got any behaviours that really need to be changed. He's just got to learn to cope with the emotional loads of going to places that are busy. And like you said, he's never met dogs. He's only met 3-4 dogs in his life that he's Roadie.
Roadie?
You have to think them.
Cass. It's a Roadie.
So he's 3.5. No, he's grown up.
Bob, I heard you were a trainer.
Yeah.
I actually have a question to ask you.
Yeah, go for it.
Recently I had to look after my girlfriend's dog.
Yep.
Good. Got the dog right.
Yep.
I think the dog had information overload. She just lost it in my house.
Yeah.
Then it went missing the very next day,
Went missing. Yeah, okay.
but she found it.
Yep.
What do you think's going on for the dog? It's just
Trying to get back to where it knows. Trying to get back to where it knows. What breed?
It's a Dachshund.
Oh, okay.
A what?
A Dachshund.
A Dachshund.
Sausage dog.
They're very hard to say. It's a Dachshund.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I knew the dog was neurotic anyway because it's a smaller dog. But by the end of the day, I said, "Can you come and pick the dog up before you pick the kids up?" I'm just done with it.
They can be little terrors, them.
Dachshunds can be.
Yeah, they can.
This
They're
was my
they're
first Dachshund.
very, very strong-willed dogs, and when
Yeah.
they don't like something, they'll let you know about it, or they'll do something like leave.
My old boss had one, and I used to go around to his place to get a lift for work. And I'd get to the gate and all I'd hear is this woof, woof, woof. And I'm thinking it's a bloody big dog.
Rottweiler or something, yeah.
And I said, what kind of dog you got? He goes, it's a
Dachshund.
Oh, what?
They've got big barks for little dogs, really big barks.
Well, you've heard these two. This one here.
Yeah.
She goes yip, yip, yip,
Yeah,
yip,
yeah,
yip, like a chihuahua.
Yeah.
And that one, you knew was a Doberman.
Yeah, okay. There's a female in my street, blue like these two, and she barks. My friends call her the dolphin because she makes a weird noise as she barks like a dolphin. Just odd.
That one there, I get home from work or wherever,
Yeah.
and she'll be picking up toys and trying to talk around the toys.
Yeah.
And it was like pretty cool before that stage, so it was like fun.
No.
She's actually doing quite well. Oh, he.
It's a he. It's a he. There's no ball sack, but the rest is there. He is getting there, and this is my methodology at work. My method for training isn't commands, do stuff, pay attention to me. It's just exist how I'm existing, and I'm calm and I'm enjoying my time here doing nothing, chatting to people. All you have to do is just learn to cope with the emotions and you'll be fine. I can't teach him that. No, it's just a chain on a collar. It's a chain because he chews the leash. That's not a technically true statement. I am specifically teaching him calm here. I'm demonstrating it by how I am, and I'm wanting him to reflect that and mirror it and copy me. So I didn't get my words quite right there. You can teach a dog how to be calm, but you have to do it by leadership, which is by demonstration. You can't order them into it. You can't punish them into it. Only one way you can teach a dog calm, and that is to show by demonstration that you are calm yourself and invite them to join you in that calm.
Never seen anybody treat a dog the way they did when they were training my lassie.
They're harsh with those dogs.
He'd be standing there, all of a sudden a foot would come around from behind and kick the dog in the ass. Sit down.
Yeah. Police dogs and military dogs go through some mean training.
Yeah.
But in terms of the military side of things, sometimes I get it. They're going to kick these dogs out the back of airplanes with a parachute on.
Yeah.
You can't softly dogs you're going to do that with. But the dog's got no say in what it's doing. It's got no say in what you're turning it into, which is where I draw the line and have a problem. I want dogs to choose to be with their humans and to enjoy doing it because it's a relationship based on mutual trust and respect. I acknowledge you can't do that to get the dogs that are used in police and military work. You just can't do it that way. You have to train them the way they do, and that's nasty, and the dog has no choice and no say in what it is being turned into, and it is being bent out of all shape in comparison to what nature intended it to be. Just want to make that clear. It's just what it is. I was chatting to a guy up in Lara, and I was at the dog park with my two dogs. His family are Irish by ancestry. They've been here for 3 generations now.
Well, my grandfather's, my mum's dad, his parents were born in Tipperary.
Oh yeah, okay. Alright, time to blow my own trumpet. Roadie has just come into me for affection. First time since I've met him. He has just come in and sought affection from me. What an amazing moment that was. What an absolutely stunning moment. We're out in public at the dog park and Roadie has just come in for affection from me. Absolutely stunned at that moment there. Absolutely stunned. Was not expecting that in any way, shape or form. I don't have better and bigger proof of the method working than this real-time stuff going on right now. Just what a moment from a dog that used to try and eat my face off to this, to openly showing and wanting affection outside a dog park. Just a wonderful, wonderful moment, and we really are moving forward with this guy. So happy. You can go calm.
Jack Russell trying to rid our English staffy.
Jack Russells are loons. They are full loons.
And I thought, you're kidding me. It's only 8 months old, but it's trying to root my 3-year-old staffy.
Yeah, Jack Russells are good if you have a dog that needs some confidence boost, but the flip side of it, they can be a pain in the butt.
Oh, my mate had one. He had the long-haired.
Oh yeah, the long-haired ones. Yeah, I know someone with one. Yeah.
And he had the foxy.
Yep.
Well, somebody would knock on the front door.
Yep.
Next thing, they'd be fighting each other at the front door.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
went to pick him up one day,
Yep.
and the long-haired one
Yep.
just turned around
Bit him.
and bit a chunk out
Yep.
the back of his hand.
Yep. Yeah, redirection happens when dogs can't cope with an emotional situation. That's the most common time an owner gets bit. Is that dogs are stressed out by something, whatever it is, someone at the door, whatever it might be, they turn around and bite their owner. They don't really mean to do that. It's just a stress response. They're stressed by something and they lash out. That's all it is.
I better go and find my wife.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
No
We're
worries.
going to go
See
for
you,
a
Roadie.
mooch.
See ya.
Slipped into English slang there. A mooch. Can't actually remember what the slang derivative to get to that word is, but yeah, a mooch is just go for a walk. I don't know why that popped into my language after 7 years of being here in Australia, but there you go. Funny one. Never mind. Got your nose to the ground. Yes, it smells good. So, I'm not going to go that way with him. We are going to go the other way. We're going to go for a walk down this path and then we'll come back around. So, I'm not going to tell him any of that. I'm just going to go and just let him hit the end of the leash and we will... Good, there's dog coming. Looks off leashed. No, it's on leash. Good. It's on. And we'll do the same again. You can't go doing anything silly when you're in a bad frame of mind and too excited. You're not going to get to meet the dogs. That will only come when you can show me calm. No, he's going to be super excited about this dog down here. My job is just, again, show him calm, show him relaxation. This is about teaching him the rules of the game. He doesn't know them yet. He's too wound up, too excited. The rules of the game, Get what you want when you can show me what I want. All I want is for you to be calm in all situations. All I want. The hardest possible thing you can ask of a wild animal. Oh, he's found something to sniff. Oh, that's fine with me. Ooh, he's not even interested in that dog. The smell is too strong over here. Ah, yeah, there's hares in here and rabbits in here. That's what he's just gotten up his nose. It's the only thing I've ever seen him that takes him off a dog where he can see it. It was the scent of the hare from a couple of weeks ago when we were down there. He spotted the other dog. Maybe we're going to go back that way. Not sure yet. Yeah, we are. Okay. It's the same deal. I'm just going to keep him near me. Okay, he's pulling. He's not being too bad. So I'm just going to wait here. Let's see what he does. He's reasonably calm. Reasonably. Nice. Oh, my hand might have been in the way. He just gave me a brilliant check-in. So we're just going to watch. He's not in shot. There he is. Nice. Good job. So he can hear me, but I'm not talking to him. So this is nice. He's not doing anything silly. There he is. Okay, I'm not going to take that pulling, so I'm just going to stop. Silly. Look at these back in his power pose. Okay, I've let a bit more leash out there because there's no one anywhere near. So he just wants to get to the smell. Right, I'm going to lock it now. No more leash. I'll lock that till he reduces his interest. Once he relaxes from this position, I'm keeping tension on the leash and deliberately, we will let him go. I want him to completely disconnect from this, show me attention or show something else attention other than that dog. I don't really care what it is. I just want him to relax the leash and show some interest in something else. Okay. Right, same deal, if I see another dog I'm just going to shorten up the leash and we're going to work it the same way. You're allowed to look, hell you're even allowed to pull into the leash, but you don't go anywhere and you don't get closer to what you want until you show me what I want. Not really expecting to see much more down here. This is a pretty quiet part of the park, but who knows, I might get shocked. So I'm just walking on the grass so I can see. He's walking on the grass because it's interesting. There's a person up ahead with a buggy, but they're going the same direction we are, so there is nothing doing. He didn't really pull then, he hit the end of the leash and stopped because he's having a sniff. Oh, you're pooping again? Oh, Roadie. You saved them all up for me today, did you? And you're in a bush. How the heck am I going to get this? And you've half buried it. Brilliant. Alright, I'll give it our best shot. Ready? Ignoring me. Alright. Yeah, we'll let him hit the end of the leash. I realise I'm not going anywhere, there's no one coming. So, we'll try and get that poo. Switch hands, actually, I can't do that through the bush there. Okay, I got some of it. I'm pretty darn sure I did not get all of that. Oh well, I'm going to leave the bag open just in case there's any more. Oh, we've got 20 minutes. Oh, he's off. Boy's off. Like it. Check in. Someone down there. Interesting. Oh, so there's a river down there on my right hand side. I don't know if you see that in the shot. I can hear voices, so someone's down there. Maybe they're fishing or something, don't know. Okay, so one has to be careful near these rocks. Sunny day like this, I know it's quite cool, but the sun will warm the rocks up. There are a couple of snakes that we've seen here before, so we will... how did it poo on the rock? There's a poo on that rock, okay. Yeah, we don't want Roadie walking between those rocks and doing anything like that, as this is a warm sun in the afternoon. Could well be a snake out sunbathing, as the snakes here do not hibernate, they brumate, which means on a warm day, they come out, even in winter. They are all venomous. There are no constricting style snakes here in Victoria. They are all venomous, and pretty much all of them are lethal as well, just to make it fun. Okay, so we've got a jogger coming on my left. From behind, I don't see a dog. But it doesn't really matter if we did. Oh, he's got a scent up his nose. What have you found? Really want to go down there, really. So I have 3 ways to go back from here. I could go back the way I've just seen the jogger coming, and they still haven't overtaken me, by the way. We can carry on straight and do a U-turn and go down by the river, or we can go left across the field and follow the path back to the dog park. I'd rather stay open, and we're more likely to see people and dogs if we stay in the open. If we go down by the river, we're not unlikely to see that many things. So Roadie's about to meet a member of the public here. He does so out of shot. He begins by charging at her, so I just lock the leash to stop him, and then as he... Actually, I think she comes up to him as he's locked on the leash. Not my ideal way of doing it, but he was pretty calm. He enjoyed meeting her, so I'll let you see that now. But yeah, he was out of shot. I did have to lock the leash and then let him say hello. You can say, yeah, you can say hello. You want to say hello, Roadie?
Hi, baby. Hi. How are you?
He's having fun.
Good boy.
Oh no, you can jog on. So we'll cross the field on this gravel track and we'll walk down the path, which then takes us back to the dog park and back to the car. That'll be about time. Let's turn right and do a U-turn. I'll have to go there. Okay, off-leash dog. Seen. We're going to wait here. I'll let them go past. We might head parallel. It's a little Jack Russell-y type thing. Okay, roads. Not a bad thing. This is part of the training. I'm going to now just do nothing. And I want Roadie, and I do this with my own dogs too, I want them to just be able to choose when I do nothing, to do nothing. I put videos on my channel of us doing this with Rollo and Tora. I just decide I'm going to stand there, and what do? Rollo lies down, Tora sits down. Perfect. That's what I want to get to the point of. I'm ready to see, we're not doing anything right now. Okay. Well, we'll wait and we'll sit down. So he's looking at me. Sorry, I'm not pointing at him very well. I'm doing very well today with camera, but what a beautiful park. Look at it. What a beautiful park. And there's, what have we seen? One jogger. We've got one guy with the dog over there. And as far as the eye can see, this is a publicly accessible dog park. It is a beautiful sunny day. All right, it's cold. Only about 15 degrees. But there's no one here. I know it's the working day. We're well earlier than we usually are. There's the little dog. They put him on a leash. That's fine. Again, this is part of the training. The training is you exist in the mood that I am existing in. I am calm and stood here doing nothing. You need to mirror that. He's cottoned onto the other one. He's not moved. He's not doing anything silly. We'll let him get ahead. And he's whining. I don't know where he's off to. He's going in the opposite direction. That's weird. That is completely unexpected. I full on expected him to go toward the dog, not across the open field. So when he comes back to me, I want him to just stay still. Once he can manage that for a few seconds, next check-in with me, we can move on. He's still in his power pose. Look at him. Oh, both legs in the power pose. It's not relaxed. He's getting there. There we go. Okay. So he wants to go smell. Of course he does. It's fine. He's not doing it at 100 miles an hour. Okay, so there's a person coming. They don't seem to have a dog, so I'm not bothered. We are good with people. so as I can't really see around the trees, I might wrap him up a little bit on the leash. Not too worried. If he starts to head off in the wrong direction, might he's just trying to get to the smell. That's all he's doing at the moment. I know there's quite a lot of poo along this bit. People, for whatever reason, don't clear up after their dogs. I'd like to try and keep the leash off the ground for the next couple of 100 metres. Probably a pointless endeavour. I do have wipes in my car, so it's not the end of the world. That could be fun. Sorry, I said that out loud. There's a path coming up on our left, which is a boardwalk. It's wooden boards across the floor. Not really very easy for dogs to walk on. For whatever reason, my dog Rollo really likes walking on it, even though he struggles. Tora came with us recently. She did not like it at all. She kept getting off. It's like, why are you walking on this? I just see her looking at Rollo walking along, because he has to walk funny. Like, sticks his bum out and splays his back legs a bit. And you can see Tora like, why is he walking on this? It was funny. But he does. He likes going down that way. So there's something more interesting than the annoyance of walking like that. Whatever that might be. Right. I very much doubt Roadie's going to go down there. I hear voices. Voices on the issue. Right, there's people playing football. The real football with the spherical ball. So we'll just carry on. Kind of Roadie led at this point. Sort of not. I know where I'm going and I know where I'm going to make him go. But as long as we're heading in that roundabout direction and we're pushing. So there's the wooden path down there. Rollo likes walking on that. There's just a raised up walkway with gaps in the floor. Using his nose for something. I don't know what. Don't put the leash in that muddy puddle. Thank you. Or that one. Oh dear. Oh yeah, fun times. On the drive here to the park, the police had blocked the road and had the drink and drug testers out for drink and drug driving. So Roadie was in the back of the car with me, wound my window down. He had his window half down anyway. Policeman policewoman actually, put the breathalyzer in the car for me to blow into and did all that, all fine, obviously. And he was fine in the back. Didn't hear a peep out of him, which was really good. I couldn't do that with my dogs. They consider our car their property. Anyone sticking their arm in the car is going to get Tibetan Mastiffed. In reality, if I had that and my dogs were there, I'd probably just get out of the car and let them breathalyze me while I was outside the car, because the dogs would be going freaking mad. Nobody's allowed to get inside the car that they don't know. Sticking a limb inside it is not an advised thing to do. There you go, Roadie passed with flying colours. He did great, but then he's not people reactive, as I'm seeing, not with me. I asked him, actually, is he people reactive with her? I don't recall that he was, but he is when they come to the home. He's worse than that. Likes to have a chomp. Well, that wind's picking up a bit, sorry. We are in the direction. I don't have my microphone again, so you're going to hear the wind noise. I am sorry. Oh, I'm getting pulled a bit there. There's some interesting smell. That was weird. Roadie was looking at me whilst using his nose on the floor. That was quite weird. His eyes were in the top of his head kind of thing. Odd. Right. We are now facing the dog park, so if I walk in a straight line in the direction I'm now facing, we will come back to where we started, the dog park and the dog park car park. We have slowly done a loop. We're about on time. Perfect. Yep, and he's still trotting around. I'm not going to walk in a straight line, I'll just let Roadie go where Roadie goes, but it is straight through there is where we're going. So, good session so far. Let's not jinx it, let's not ruin it. I take that comment back. Session's still going. We're having fun, Roadie's enjoying himself. Still full of energy. I wonder what it takes for you to get actually tired, Roadie. What do you do? So you remember a couple of weeks back I brought a flirt pole with me, try and get play with that. He wasn't interested. This is why. The environment is just too stimulating for him. He's not ready for toys and such out here. And really the toy is not for a distraction or to stop reactions. It's purely to give him something to put that energy into, because he is full of it. Absolutely full of it. Just see it. Just stonking full of energy. He needs an outlet for it. A walk like this isn't enough. There's no point pretending. This is not going to tire him out physically. It's not going to meet his needs for physical exercise. That's not really what I'm trying to do. This is all about getting him to self-manage his mood. Exercise is a different kettle of fish, and I have left that with the owner, the large part. She does play with him at home. He needs hard exercise. Really what he needs is to go in that dog park with just my dogs and just try and have a play with them and go rough, because they'll take it and they'll dish it back as well. And Rollo's limping again. Last weekend he decided, he didn't decide, he was being silly. He fell off a curb and he walked into a signpost. Full pace, walked into a signpost. It was straight into his left shoulder, next to his chin. He walked in a straight line straight into it, so it took him clean out in the left shoulder. I'm not really surprised he's limping, but it's been all week and it hasn't got better. But he won't stop moving. He's not let it dampen his spirits at all. He wants to go out, he wants to walk, doesn't want to not do anything, and that's making it hard to get him to recover, because he's like Roadie right now, because he had a couple of days where I really tamped him down on what he was allowed to do, and he's just full of energy, and like, Rollo, you're limping, I don't want you doing anything. And that's hard for him, so hard. He's an active dog. I need to put him in a wheelchair or something. Strap him down into a wheelchair, take him out so he can't actually move, but he's out. But do you know what, honestly, my solution for Rollo, it might have to just be forcing him into the car, and that's all he does for his walks, is to take him out for a drive for an hour for a week, because he's just not sitting still. He's trying to play with Tora, he's trying to jump around at home, tried to run up the stairs earlier today, and like, dude, you're limping, stop being a clown. So that's a problem to deal with. Anyway, let's get back on track. We're Roadie. This is Roadie's session, not Rollo's session. Electric scooters. Here we go. Okay. Oh, there's a lot more dogs in the dog park. This will be fun. Okay, let's see how we go. Okay, the scooter's coming our way. If Roadie wants to go over there, he can. I don't mind. I suspect he's going to go through the gap in the trees to the dogs. I suspect. I'm not leading him. This is his choice as to where he's going. Oh, distracted. No, we're not chasing him, Roadie. You can say hello, but we're not chasing. See that? I locked that leash up because he ran at the scooter. We're not doing that. We're not going to go chasing things. Not when there are people involved. You can go up to them and say hello, but you've got to do it in the right frame of mind. Of course you go through the trees. Ah, dearie me. Right, back where we started. Same approach. We've got a few minutes left on this before we need to go home. Same deal. Going to make him stay away from that fence till I can see that he's calm. Once he's achieved that, I might let him go nose to the dogs. I suspect, because there's a whole bunch of different dogs in there now, we're going to see a return of the silliness, and we're going to see a return of the fence bite. Which is a really bad look. It's a really bad look. Yeah, right, so he's getting excited. Start pulling, there's the power pose coming out, he's seeing the movement. Okay, so he's building. Okay, I'm going to stop just here. I want to push a little bit more calm into this. So I want to check in, and I want a little bit of relaxation from him before we move. Beautiful. Beautiful. So he starts off slow, he builds. Nah, we're not doing that road. So this is it. This is, I'm going to enforce that calm. Like, you start running at this, I'm going to stop you from getting there. I'm not going to let you be a clown show. Get a control of your mood, get a control of your emotions. You can move forward. This is hard, remember that. This is hard for dogs, especially ones that aren't well used to having to do this. They find it difficult. The two white dogs, I don't know if you can see them in there, are American Bulldog siblings, littermates, that's what I'm looking for. So we've got some whining. Okay, I don't want him to associate that whining with a release. I don't know where he's going. It's beautiful that he went a different way. So this level of running, not really happy with. He's tamped it down there. Good, nice. So move forward. He's just trotting. We're just going to pull him up a little bit there. Okay, so I'm going to hold him there while I wind the leash in a bit. I want him to watch. So he knows I'm coming, he can hear me. Okay, I want a bit more relaxation off him. Still not relaxed. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. So let's see what he does. If he bites this fence, I'm going to lock that leash and pull it off. When he unlocks his face, I will pull him away from the fence. He's not showing any silliness yet, which is nice. Good check-in, love it. Okay, there's one of the staffies we met earlier. So we've got a whine. So nice. That is nice. That is awesome. Okay, he's going to run. He wants to play. I get it. This is his wish to play coming out. There's one of the puppers. Okay, I can't fit through this so easily, Roadie. Oh, here comes one of the others. The other. Oh, she's off again. No fence biting. Sorry, I'm not pointing at things that I should be. That's not very good. Looks like the German Shepherd's leaving. Ah, it's got a spider web in the face. Bluff. Okay, he's being reasonably calm. This is nice. Okay, I can't see over the hill, so I have no idea who or what is down there. I'm fairly relaxed about that. Okay, so I don't like the speed at which he's decided he's just off. Don't walk into the tree. That would be hilarious. Doesn't look like the American Bulldog pups are going to come over, which is a shame. I would like you to meet puppies. I'd like to see what you do when you come across young'uns. There's one coming around the back. Right, I am going to stop here. I want to see if I can encourage one of them to come over. We'll see what Roadie does. Here they come. There's one. They're going back the other way. They're over there. I don't know what they're doing. Just going to hold him. There's the idea. He's with me. He thinks he's off on his own little adventure. No, they have gone back the other way, so we will move on. But I want Roadie to wait to be with me. Right, we're moving together. Good, he's watching. He's watching the dogs play, so you can't see that. The fence is in the way. They're playing. One of the bulldogs has rolled over. They got knocked over. Great. He still thinks he's off. Oh, they're not coming over here, so we will go. But I want him to acknowledge me before he buggers off. A little bit of chill fun, a little bit of calm, a little bit of acknowledgement that we're together, and then we can move on. So, I'm gonna wait some more. I want him to look at me. I want him to ask, what are we doing? Can we go? I would like to go this way. I want it to be a request, not a I'm doing this. I'll drag you along with me. Why do you always take the narrow cuts? Sick. Oh, there's a poo in there. Right, let's get rid of your poos. Good times. And he's very excited for my Hello. Clever enough to go that way, aren't you? Oh, that's not where I want my leash, is it? You donut boy. You don't want my leash under the bin. Right, I can't see the car park and there'll be cars moving, so we are going to shorten this leash right up, purely because I can't see and I don't want moving cars to cause us any trouble. Let me clear it in a minute. Good times. I think that's the German Shepherd being loaded up there. I said I need to shorten this. Carrots. Can't see it. So my car's in sight. That's the end of the walk and the session. I don't record us driving back to Roadie's house and going in the house. No point doing that. Yeah, great session, fantastic session. In fact, I was super excited about this myself. We've certainly moved forward and we're well and truly on the right path now. There are no other videos I've got hidden on my phone. They've all been uploaded now. I've caught up with the backlog. So we'll keep moving forward. And yeah, Roadie's going to be a regular at this dog park and other dog parks that I can get to in a reasonable time frame. And we'll keep going with this, getting him to be used to being around other dogs. That's the way forward. Once he can be calm around other dogs, we can take it to the next level. I hope that was useful. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.